Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. This is the session is for revising the AL exam tomorrow, inshallah. We have revised it before the tenses, and today, inshallah, we will start with active and passive. Transitive verbs have both active and passive verbs. We said that we have two kinds of verbs, transitive and intransitive verbs. Transitive verbs, that the verbs that they may take object, that they can be transformed to passive. For example, when I say the hunter killed the lion, the hunter killed the lion. This is an active sentence. When I put it in the passive, it will be the lion was killed by the hunter. The lion was killed by the hunter. Someone
يا
has
مستر زياد بيقول لحضرتك تدخله.
زياد عندي دخل، زياد موجود. طيب اوكي. طيب. Someone has cleaned the windows. This is present perfect. Present perfect. When we change it to the passive, the windows have been cleaned. The windows have been cleaned. We start with the object, then have plus been plus past participle. Passive forms are made up of the verb be, okay, with past participle of the verb, and these are some examples. English is spoken all over the world. English is spoken all over the world. Yes, إياد اسمه كريم, excuse me. English is spoken all over the world. Can you change the sentence to the active form? English starting with people.
People speak English all over the world.
Yes, so the subject here is not existed. I suppose the subject from my own, okay? English, people speak English all over the world. Okay? Good.
Okay.
The windows have been cleaned, for example, by Noha. The windows have been cleaned by Noha. The active of the sentence, Noha has cleaned the windows. Lunch was being served. Lunch was, this is past continuous. The work will be finished soon. This is future. Okay? They might have been invited to the party. This is using the model might have. Okay? If we want to show the person or thing doing the action, we use by. She was attacked by a dangerous dog. She was attacked by. Here, if I want to mention who did the action, I should say by, then I add the subject of the sentence. The money was stolen by her husband. The money was stolen by her husband. Okay? Active and passive voice one, yes, this is exercise. The passive infinitive is made up of verb to be with a past participle. The doors are going to be locked. You shouldn't have done that. You ought to be punished. Okay? Here's some more examples. I gave him a book for his birthday. Yes, read Kareem. I gave him a book for his birthday. He
was given a book for his birthday.
Yes, someone sent her a check for her birthday.
She was sent a check for
1,000 euros.
1,000 euros.
Time. We can use phrasal verbs in active. They called off the meeting. The meeting was called off. His grandfather looked after him. He was looked after by his grandfather. Okay.
يعني ايه مستر called off the meeting?
Called off the meeting means they asked to do a meeting. They asked them to for a meeting. Okay. They will send him away to school. He will be sent away to school. So if we have a sentence like this, yes. If we say they have discovered a cure for COVID-19 recently. Okay, they have discovered a cure for COVID-19 recently. And the question will be like this. Ben. He will not ask you directly to change the sentence into passive. He will give you a part of the passive sentence. Yes, I will choose.
Can I answer?
Hassan Salim.
Yes.
They have discovered a cure for COVID-19 recently.
A cure
Yes.
has been discovered by them recently.
A cure, you should complete the sentence. A cure for
Has been.
For what? For COVID.
A cure for COVID-19.
For COVID-19.
Has been discovered
good
by them recently.
Discovered by them recently. Good. Another sentence. When they arrived at the stadium, all the tickets had been sold. Okay. When they arrived at the stadium, all the tickets had been sold. هنا when they arrived at the stadium, they, who can complete? When they arrived at the stadium, they.
المفروض the tickets.
هنا all the tickets had been sold. I want to change it to active form. All the tickets had been sold. This is passive. So when he asked me to start, he supposed a subject for the second sentence. The second sentence here without a subject. So it's
يعني they تعود
passive.
على حاجة
It's in the
مختلفة.
passive form. The second sentence is in the active or passive form? Passive form. And here he gave me a subject for the second sentence. That means that he wants me to change the sentence from passive to active. When they arrived at the station, that the people in the stadium. Yes. Who can help me? Yes. Omar Abdel Maula. Omar. Who's ready?
Sir, وعاد أقول they found that.
They found that.
They
Okay.
found that.
But
all-
here
all
there is
the
no
questions.
verb. There is no verb find. Why should you add a verb? They had sold. They had sold all the tickets. They
هو قصده هنا زي مختلفة عن
had,
التانيين.
yes, they here the people who are working in the stadium. When they arrive at the stadium, they or the people in the stadium had sold all the tickets. They had sold all the tickets. Forget about this sentence. Change the sentence to the passive. When they arrived at the station, they had sold all the tickets. Who can change the sentence to the passive?
Me.
Yes,
Me.
go ahead.
All tickets had been sold when they
Okay.
arrived at the
When
stadium.
they
Can I-
arrived at the stadium, sorry, all the tickets had been sold. It's the same. All the tickets had been sold. This is the first sentence. So my sentence is right. You got it?
Yes.
Okay. Now to the reported speech. Reported speech, when we report something, I mean that something is reported my words to someone else. Reported my words. We use a reporting verb like say or tell. If this verb is in the present tense, it's easy. We just say, she says, and then the sentence. Direct, I like ice cream. She says that she likes ice cream. Here, once the introductory verb is in the present simple like this, we don't have to change the tense of the main verb of the verb between inverted commas. Okay, so I just change the pronoun he to she, and then I added s because the pronoun here is she. She likes ice cream. But if the introductory verb is in the past, I had to change. For example, I like ice cream. She said she liked ice cream. Here, because the main verb is in the past, I had to change the verb in the past to the past simple. Present simple will be the past simple. Present simple, I like. What?
مش فاهم.
If the introductory verb like this, she said, okay, she said, okay, and here like this, the introductory verb here is in the present or past?
Past.
Past. So once the introductory verb is in the past, I have to change the tense of that verb like to the past. Is it present simple? It will be past simple. Okay?
Okay.
I like ice cream. So it will be, she said that she liked ice cream. Present continuous will be past continuous. I am living in Jeddah. She said that she was living in Jeddah. Past, I bought a car. She said that she had bought a car. Or she said that she bought a car. يبقى هنا, if we had past simple, I have the choice to change it to past perfect, or I keep it as it is, past simple. But I prefer to change it to the past perfect. She said that she had bought a car. It's better to you to change the tense of the past simple to the past perfect. Okay, like this. She had bought a car. Okay, past continuous. Yes, Kareem. I was walking along the street.
I was walking along the street. Reported speech. She said that she had been walking along the street.
You see here that we changed past continuous to past perfect continuous. I haven't seen past present perfect. I haven't seen tasneem. Past perfect. She said that she hadn't seen tasneem. Will, would. Would the same. Can, could. Could the same. Shall, should. Should the same. Might, must, must. It's the same. We don't change. What I want you to put in your mind, the verbs like promise, yeah, state, deny, yeah, refuse. In some sentence, we change the introductory verb like this. My father, my father, my father promised, my father said, said, I will buy you iPhone 13 when you pass your exam. You pass your exams, okay? And he asked me to use promised. Promised. When you have a sentence like this, promised. My father said, I will buy you iPhone 13 when you pass or if you pass your exams. Here he wants me to change the introductory verb said to promise. Here, if he asked me to change this a sentence like this, it will be like this. My father promised me. Yes, who can complete this kind of sentence followed by to plus infinitive. To plus infinitive. My father promised to buy me. Promised me out. Promised to buy me iPhone Yes, my father promised to buy me iPhone 13. يبقى هنا I didn't change I will to would or because he supposed that or he asked me to use a new verb, a new introductory verb, promised. So if he asked me to use a new introductory verb like promise, promise is followed by infinitive. My father promised to buy me iPhone 13 if I pass the exam or when I pass my exams. Okay, another sentence. She said, I didn't take your pencil books. And he said, denied. A verb like this, denied, is followed by the what? By gerund.
ing.
Gerund. Gerund, when I say gerund, it's verb ing. She said that, she said, I didn't take your pencil box. Or I didn't steal, I didn't break, I didn't any verb. So, yes, who can help me? Yes, she denied.
Can I answer?
أنا يا مستر.
Go ahead.
She denied that she took my pencil box.
She denied. No. Followed by direct, the verb ing directly. No, don't use a subject here. She denied.
She
Taking.
denied.
Yes.
She denied taking my pencil box.
Taking my pencil box. Yes. She pencil. It's wrong. Yes, she denied. Yes. The prime minister. The prime minister said that our economy has flourished so much recently. And he asked me to use the verb stated. Stated here, we follow the same rules of changing the sentence to the report speech, and we change the tense to the past. The prime minister said, our economy has flourished so much recently. So if we have a verb like stated, okay, we have to change the verb here to the, we deal with that sentence as it is ordinary sentence in the report speech, and we change the tense to the past. So who can help me? The prime minister stated, the
أقول أنا يا مستر.
prime, wait a minute, minister stated or stated. ST, this is stated, or another verb like this, claimed. These verbs are followed by a clause. These verbs, stated and claimed, are followed by what? Are followed by a clause. When I say a clause, mean that subject verb. So the prime minister stated or claimed that, yes,
Economy has flourished so much.
No, I said that we change the main verb of the sentence to the past as it is ordinary sentence. So our economy
Had flourished so much.
had flourished. Our economy had flourished so much. Is it right? No, we have to change this to had. If we have a verb like stated, claimed, we change, they are followed by a a clause, but the verbs like promise, like deny, promise, refuse are followed by infinitive. Verb like deny, encourage, okay, are followed by gerund. That's all what we can say about the reported speech. The direct reported questions. Where is Noreen? She asked where Noreen was. We changed the
يا
تفتكر
مستر حضرتك هتبعت
question
ده بعد
when we change
الحصة؟
what
حضرتك هتبعت ده بعد الحصة؟
okay inshallah when we change the question to the from direct to indirect, we remember that the word order is changed to a statement. Also, we change the verb to the past. Where is Noreen? She asked me where Noreen was. Okay. Here, where is the post office, please? She asked where the post office was. Where are you? What are you doing? She asked me what I was doing. Who was that fantastic man? She asked me who that fantastic man had been. Okay.
ازاي يا مستر هبن؟
Because here, who is the who was that? Who, the main verb here was, and we said that we change the past simple to past perfect. When we put the verb was in the past perfect, it will be had been. Who was that fantastic man? She asked who that fantastic man had been. Okay. Yes, the question.
مستر ينفع أقول
Do you love me? Yeah. Yes.
ينفع أقول she asked me who that fantastic man was.
Yes, it could be. But I told you that it's better for you to change the past simple to past perfect. Yes, it could be who that fantastic man was. Yes, it's okay. No, not here. Who that fantastic man had been, or was. Okay, it's okay, no problem. But you didn't change to the past simple to past perfect. You just skipped the tense to the past simple. She asked me who that fantastic man was. Okay. Do you love me? Do you love me? He asked if I love them. Have you ever been to Mexico? She asked me if I had ever been to Mexico. Are you living here? This is present continuous. It changed to past continuous. She asked me if I was living here. Okay. Now to the another thing, relative pronouns. Relative pronouns, here we have who, it's used for people. The person who phoned me last night is my teacher. The person that phoned me last night is my teacher. Which for things هنا that is preferable. يعني we can use that instead of who. The car which hit me was yellow. The car that hit me was yellow. Okay. The person whom I phoned last night is my teacher. The people who I phoned last night, who is used for people, which is used for things. The car which I drive is old. The car that I drive is old. I think the who's for and we use who's for people. Okay, my brother whose phone you just heard is a doctor. My brother whose phone you just heard is a doctor. The car whose driver jumped out just before the accident was completely destroyed. The car the driver of which jumped out, this is exceptional
كان
case.
ايه يا مستر الفرق ما بين that و which؟
Both of them can be replace each other. That can
بس كان بيقول
replace
ان
who
which
and that.
مختلف.
That can replace who and which. It could be used instead of who, and it could be instead of that, of which. Okay. طيب, here is used to and would. We said that used to and would, both of them are used to express a habit in the past. Used to, we used to live in New York when I was a kid. They didn't used to, the negative. They didn't used to be a petrol. How much time left? 4 minutes. We can use used to talk about the past states. I used to go swimming every Thursday when I was at school. I used to smoke, but I gave up a few years ago. Okay.
مستر السؤال هيجي لنا في الامتحان ازاي؟
Like this. It was a habit. Was his habit. It was a habit for him to drink a cup of coffee before he goes to bed. Okay. Used to or used بس.
He used
Yes,
to drink a cup of
it
coffee
was a
before bed.
habit for him to drink a cup of coffee before he goes to work. Before he goes to work. Yes, used. It could be used or used to. Yes.
هقول
Wait a minute.
used-
Who was asking me?
me
What's your name?
عبد الله.
Abdullah? Yes.
اه
Can you answer, please? It was a habit for him or it was his habit? Yes.
ممكن اقول he used to drink a cup of coffee. Oh, it
Yes,
was his
you
habit.
should say that. Don't say it's possible. It's possible to use. Say we
he
say
used
he. Sorry. He used
You-
to
drink
drink.
a cup of coffee
Da. He used.
before going.
Sorry, I made a mistake here. Sorry. He used to drink because it was a habit for him, or it was his habit. That means it was a habit for him in the past, but he is no more doing that habit. You got me? He used to drink a cup of coffee when he before he goes to drink. Would is used the same, with the same meaning like used to. It used a would here, it's also used, but it used with some verbs. Every Saturday I would go on a long bike ride. My teacher would always say, sit down and shut up. We can use would to talk about repeated past actions. Repeated to occur, repeated past actions. Often either would or used to is possible, but both of these sentences are possible. For example, every Saturday I would go on a long bike. Every Saturday I used to go on a bike. However, only used to is possible when we talk about past states. Past states. We used to live in New York when I was a kid. It's not suitable here to say we would live. Even with verbs that they take a very long time, like this, live and learn, we, Ziad Walid, yes, we use, it's better to use used to instead of what. Okay. The negative is the didn't used to, and the question.
بس الرزوم هيقفل.
The session is going to be over in seconds, so we will finish and we will start a new session directly. in 1 minute. Okay, thank you very much. See you after 1 minute. Bye bye.
بس حضرتك هتسجل الحصة التانية؟